Ew. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's Strings and Sweaters. My name is Tim, and I am on the opposite side of YouTube today. I'm going to be doing a video on the NFL, specifically the Steelers. The Steelers just released, or actually probably every team just released, the teams, the conferences that will be playing next year, not the specific week schedule. And but we get the home games and the away games. So let's just go through all the home teams and the away teams, and then I'll point out some really cool things that I think are going to benefit the Steelers next season. So first of all, we have all the AFC North Conference, the Ravens, the Bengals, the Browns, and those, that's it, never mind. But, yeah, how stupid am I? Yeah, anyway. The three teams, but we play those teams twice if you didn't know. Everyone watching me is going to know this, but if you didn't know, you play your conference teams twice. So I'll be meeting them twice, and I feel all right about that. I mean, with our victory over the Browns and then that victory over the Ravens at the very beginning of the season, I actually am liking our where we are in our conference. I think we're a competitive team next year. And moving on, we have the Cardinals, we have the Packers, we have the Jags, the Patriots, the 49ers, the Titans. Now for our away teams, we have the Texans, the Colts, the Raiders, the Rams, and the Seahawks. Now, I wanted to make this video because I'm very excited. What I'm seeing here is a trend, and the trend is a big old question mark for a lot of these teams at QB. Now, that's sort of how, the end of the season is every year. The postseason starts, and all the teams that didn't make the playoffs, it's free agency, and you start to think, okay, what's the team going to look like next year? But there's some legitimate question marks here. First off, starting with the Ravens. We know Lamar Jackson is being managed by his mom. And we know moms, they are pretty biased towards their son and don't always speak with logic and act with logic. And so Lamar Jackson and this Ravens deal has been getting to a rocky start. It's not even the start. The start of it was probably around a year and a half ago, and we are actually in the climax. We're going to see how the Ravens perform with Lamar Jackson in the postseason. That will probably be a big influencing factor here. But if this deal does not get done, if Lamar really wants that huge, multi-million-dollar, QB check, that franchise kind of deal that Mahomes got, I guess guys like Deshaun Watson got, and Russ got, he might be willing to go to a different team. So who will the Ravens have? They will have Huntley, still a great quarterback, plays very similar to Lamar, could easily beat the Steelers, but it's not Lamar, and that's a big question mark at QB. Next, we have the Browns, and we just defeated the Browns with Deshaun Watson. Now, my brother said the most stupidest thing ever could happen is that the Browns would, release or bench Deshaun Watson for his play next year because they spend so much money on him. But that sounds exactly like something the Browns would do. The Browns have been through so many quarterbacks, it's a joke. Their franchise is a joke, and I'm not being biased as a Steelers fan. Browns fans will agree with me on this. I could 100% see Deshaun Watson playing poorly in the opening games next season and getting benched. And and even if he doesn't get benched, is he even still a good quarterback? What's going to go on with the cases that he has to settle? I mean, so far so good, but who knows what else could pop up. I mean, obviously, if the cases against him are true, he's not a decent human being. He's actually even a criminal, might I say, but, guilty until proven innocent. I guess that's how our society works.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Yes, it's innocent until proven guilty, but our society... Anyways, you get it if you get it. Cancel culture, whatever. But Deshaun Watson, if he is an offender of the, things that he's accused of, you're only going to get more problems coming out of that. So I'm putting a big question mark on there. Cardinals. Your QB is playing Call of Duty and his ACL is torn, which means that KD is just skyrocketing right now. Cardinals, a big question mark at QB. We have the Packers. Aaron Rodgers walks off the field in a loss to the Lions in arms with his brother, with his lifelong teammate Randall Cobb, who he brought back just for this season, just for this playoff run, and they don't even make the playoffs. I think we're going to see Jordan Love next year, which isn't necessarily a question mark. It's more of a question mark as how is Jordan Love going to be able to operate a NFL offense? We haven't really seen too much from him other than the quarter he started this season. So we'll see. Now, the Packers have a good defense. That's one thing I worry about with our rookie quarterback, Kenny Pickett. We have the Jaguars. At this point, I could have said it's a question mark maybe last season or this offseason, but I think Trevor Lawrence has solidified himself as a legit quarterback, and they're going to be tough to beat. So moving on, we have the Patriots. Mac Jones. Seems like the Patriots want to move on from Mac Jones. Will they be moving on from him halfway through the season next year? Will we be playing Zappy? I don't know. But that's a question mark there. 49ers. Will it be Jimmy Garoppolo? Will it be Trey Lance? Will it be Purdy? Purdy's looking good. We'll have to see how he does in the playoffs. But I don't know who their starting quarterback's going to be next year. So big question mark there. Titans. Ryan Tannehill. This is my hot take for this video. Ryan Tannehill is out of there. They're moving on to Malik Willis, or they're drafting a QB or trading for one. Maybe we'll see Carson Wentz in Tennessee. Who knows? But we are probably not seeing Tannehill. And so there's a question mark at QB there. Now, the Titans are very well coached. And that's going to be one of those games where it's just going to be very difficult to win, no matter who their QB is. That's why they've been able to be so successful with Ryan Tannehill. All right, moving on. The Texans, they have Davis Mills. They'll be drafting a quarterback, certainly. So it really just depends on, is that rookie quarterback going to be ready to play? And who is it? So obviously, Kenny will have hopefully developed over the offseason and into training camp. And so he should be able to beat out a new rookie quarterback. But the talent this year in this QB pool coming out of college is actually looking pretty good. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the Texans. But it's still going to be the Texans, who are just a bad team overall, no matter what QB's on them. The Colts being coached by a high school quarterback, or a high school coach. They'll be getting a new coach next year. Who will it be? It could be an absolute failure of a system, but who will their quarterback be? I don't think it's gonna be Matt Ryan. I don't think it's gonna be Matt Ryan. I don't think it's gonna be Nick Foles. So are they gonna trade for someone? Are they gonna get Tom Brady? Are they gonna? I just don't know right now what's going on there, but that's why it's a question mark. So we have a lot of question marks here. There's how many question marks? Wait, there can't be any more. We just named 6 or 7 teams. There's 3 question marks left on this list. The Raiders benching Derek Carr, absolute disrespect to the legend Derek Carr. And who are we putting in? The Patriots failed science project. I mean, really, who are the Raiders going to have as quarterback? Unless it's Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, I'm not worried about them. I think that's an easy win for us. We have the LA Rams. Is it going to be Baker Mayfield again? Who knows? Baker Mayfield looked good at the end of the season, but that's the end of the season. He could come in next year looking like absolute trash. And then Seahawks. I, for one, am a huge Geno Smith supporter and fan, but in this day and age, we just don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, any quarterback with more hype is going to be able to beat out Geno Smith in a quarterback battle, even though Geno Smith rightfully deserves that job from how he's played this season. I really hope he's still there. That will be a tough game if he is still there, but we don't really know what could happen next season with Geno Smith or who the Seahawks go with as their quarterback. Now, let's talk about why this is exciting. Well, it's exciting because we just missed the playoffs. But I think this gives me a lot of hope. I'm willing to bet right now that the Steelers will make the playoffs next year. I think Kenny will be better. I think Pickens is already a lights-out wide receiver. And one thing I know about this league is that if you want to dominate it and you want to win games, you need a wise quarterback who can make the right decision, if that means throwing it out, be safe with the ball, and you need a lights-out wide receiver who can just come down with it in any situation. And I think we have that. I think Kenny is super mature after one season, and with Pickens, it's just out of control. His skill level, I really haven't seen catches like that in one season, like from an entire, like pick the best wide receiver. Let's look at his entire career highlight, and you won't see catches that Pickens has made this season, his rookie season. So it's only going to go up from here. I am just really excited for the Steelers season next year, and we're not even done with this season. So let me know what you think about all my takes, trash talk my Steelers, or, let me know if you have a different opinion. I would love to debate in the comments. But thanks for checking it out. I know this is different from my normal hockey content, but I just was super excited when I saw our schedule. So, yeah, this has been Strings and Sliders. My name's Tim. Please subscribe. Please give a like, give a share. Peace out, y'all.